The Polish diaspora in the United States is very large. It's around 9 million people. Poland's population currently is 38 million people, and around 20 million people of Polish heritage live outside of Poland. So the US by far is the largest diaspora. Now the interesting thing with that is that it's this is according to the US Census. So around 3% of US's population have Polish heritage. So it's self-identified, and it includes people that were born in Poland, but also those that were born in the US but might have Polish heritage going all the way back to great-grandparents or even further. First Poles settled in America in 1585, so several hundred years ago. And you know, there are, if you go to America, to a place like New York or Chicago, there are entire areas, entire suburbs that are Polish speaking. I was there in February of this year, and you know, when you walk around the streets, every second shop is Polish, and you hear the language on the streets. And there are other cities, of course, in America that are, you know, full of people of Polish descent. A lot of the diaspora is concentrated around religious institutions. So, you know, the Catholic Church has always played a very important part in Poland's makeup. So there are Polish churches with Polish Mass still until today. And people tend to congregate as well around, you know, religious centers and places of worship. There are, of course, when it comes to Poland, a very large diaspora of Poles of Jewish descent, and they may not identify themselves as Polish necessarily. So I think the diaspora is much, much bigger than we think. So some of the information that I can give you today includes things like the biggest cities. So by far Chicago, everybody knows that Chicago is a Polish city. I think, you know, the population has changed in the last few years. You know, many of our clients that I speak with say that you know, that place called Jackowo is less and less Polish, I guess. Then we have New York, of course, with estimated, this data is a bit old, but no one kind of keeps those records, and they're not very precise anyway. So according to the information that I've got, New York is the city with the largest population of Poles. That's 213,000. And these are people that are Polish Americans. Then we have Chicago with about 210,000, followed by Philadelphia, Los Angeles. Buffalo is an area near New York, near the Canadian border, that has lots of Polish people as well, but also Phoenix, Toledo, and many other places where the Polish diaspora lives. So when we work with clients, and by the way, most of our clients are from the US, we of course explore the ancestry, and looking at American records is actually a very good starting point. Most people arrived through Ellis Island. Something like 2.2 million Poles from around 1900 immigrated to the US. And this was due to poverty and also the fact that there was no Poland as a country. And US wanted immigrants, and there was actually campaigns to try and attract Polish people to come to America. In any case, everybody went via Ellis Island or Canada or a few other places. But there are lots of very good records at Ellis Island, and when you watch this video, we'll put a link to where you can find your family records, because they were very, very comprehensive, and everybody that's ever come through Ellis was recorded. In fact, if you are ever in New York, you can go and visit Ellis Island. This is near the Statue of Liberty, and you know, those migrant journeys were well documented, and they're there for you to explore and experience.